I will never.
These Skeksis probably going.
Dust.
They probably got a hot breath.
That's the very first thing he does in
You
the
see?
original movie.
Oh.
So
Yo, what's up guys, Prince Charming. We're going to be checking out The Odd Ones Out, the Netflix series that was too scary for adult James today. I wonder what series was too scary for him that was on Netflix. I don't really watch a lot of Netflix shows, especially not Netflix originals. I would say the only Netflix original that I really got into was Stranger Things, BoJack Horseman, maybe Black Mirror, of course. You gotta get into Black Mirror. You know, there's a couple of Netflix series, but I don't think I've come across something that was scary. So maybe James is going to put me on a new TV show that I should have been watching this whole time. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter, Prince Hawcom, Instagram as well, Prince O Hawcom, and subscribe to the second channel, link in the description below. We're having tons of fun on the channel, so make sure you click a video, like it, show some support. And let's go ahead and check out The Odd One Out, this Netflix series that was too scary for adult James. Hopefully it's not too scary for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. May 27th, 2017.
A 23-minute long movie review about an 80s puppet movie sure is different than
I
the
remember
content
that
I usually
video he
post.
did.
And even though it was a lot of work, it was fun to try something new.
I liked that
I
video.
think the video turned out pretty good.
I liked it.
Am I right, Chamberlain Funko Pop?
I need to start
Well, it's
collecting
a good
Funko
thing
Pops.
I'll never, ever have to worry about this franchise ever again.
They are making a Netflix series of it.
That. When I made a review about a cult classic puppet movie that
They
came out
are.
35 years ago, the last thing I was expecting was that said franchise would get a reboot announced 2 weeks after I posted.
Honestly.
Every single day since then, people have been tweeting at me saying,
Hey James.
did you know Netflix is making a Dark Crystal series?
He knows.
Yes, I know. Do you know who you're talking to?
Boy.
If you know what the heck I'm talking about, then I recommend you watch my video, The Movie That Was Too Scary for Baby James. In that video, I reviewed a scary kids movie called The Dark Crystal.
I like the video
It was
he
more or
did.
less a passion project of Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets, and so this movie was done entirely with puppets. It came out before I was born, but I still somehow watched it and got scarred for life. In my review, I said
He
some
got
good
scarred
things
for
about
life.
the movie, like I thought it was a very creative and artistic film, but I also said some negative things about it too.
Oh, yeah.
As YouTubers, sometimes we forget that our videos are public and can be viewed by anyone.
And a
When
lot
we
of
talk
people
about
watch your
companies,
videos.
We can forget that real people are attached to those properties who have poured hundreds of hours into these projects, and there's a chance they'll
Oh,
see
my.
our videos.
Okay, so what James is saying is kind of true. So he has a very huge voice on YouTube. Like, every single video that he posts is trending. You best believe that The Odd One Out is not going to miss a trending video. Like, not a single one of his videos. There's no way a single one of his videos won't be on the trending page is what I'm trying to say. He has a very huge voice, so him saying that just in general negative comments about anything, not just talking about the example with the movie he was commenting about, any negative comments that any YouTuber makes or anybody with a really big voice, they gotta watch themselves, because you really are, talking to a lot of people who will probably believe you and take your word for it. I don't think I'm at that level. Like, if I tell y'all right now not to eat McDonald's, that it's made with, I don't know, horse dung, y'all ain't gonna listen to me. But if somebody like, I don't know, Jake Paul were to tell y'all probably would listen. And probably y'all are 12 years old.
Unbeknownst to me, Lisa Henson, current CEO of the Henson Company, saw my video.
Oh no.
And for some reason, I never considered that was ever going to happen. If I had known that Lisa frickin' Henson was going to watch my video, I probably would have worded a few things differently.
Did she roast you?
Too mad at my video though, because she invited me to tour the Henson office, and I got to see a real-life Skeksis puppet, which resurfaced an unhealthy amount of repressed memories.
Okay.
I got to meet some of the puppeteers, which was
She
a
hooked
whole
you
lot of
up.
fun.
She hooked you
Also,
up.
before Age of Resistance was released, I got contacted by Netflix, and they invited me and some other Dark Crystal fans to an early screening of the first 2 episodes.
Are you
and
kidding
I signed
me?
a non-disclosure agreement, so I couldn't spoil anything. I don't remember when that NDA said I was allowed to talk about it again, but hopefully I'm in the clear. When I was in the early screening, I just remember thinking about how cool that these characters in this world were back on the big screen. Netflix has a pretty big screen, and the puppetry and cinematography have only gotten better. And the fact that 95% of everything was done with practical effects and puppets, it's beautiful. There's
Okay,
not a
so
single human in this
he
series,
likes it
except
now,
in episode
okay.
10 when this puppeteer's head can be seen for a couple frames. I just checked and they actually took it out, so I still saw it. So much time and care and hard work was put into this series that there was a documentary made about how hard it was to make this series.
Honestly, it looks like it was hard.
No, Rayunip does not make an appearance in Age of Resistance, nor is there a naked baby Jen puppet. Also, if you're worried that the show wasn't going to be as dark and scary as the original,
is it dark, James?
Don't worry.
It's dark.
It's dark
Ooh.
and scarier than the
It's
original.
darker than me.
The Netflix family Twitter account was nice enough to timestamp every scary part in the series, and as you can see, stuff goes down in episode 10.
What? Y'all got timestamps for the jump scares? I don't know. I like my jump scares to be a surprise to me. I don't want to know when the jump scares are coming. But it is supposed to be a kid's movie, and little kids, like James was saying, can be traumatized like he was. It was the scariest movie to him when he was a kid, and it was a movie about puppets, something that kids, like to watch. So I understand that they probably should leave the timestamps of the scary part so parents can be around when it's about to go down. But goodness gracious, man, James, you getting hooked up for a video that you dropped. You weren't even... Nah, he was definitely saying positive things about it. And honestly, he didn't put the movie on the map because the movie was definitely known before the Odd Ones Out. But me personally, just me personally, and I'm sure a lot of people out there never really heard of that movie until James talked about it. But like I said, the movie's been out before James mentioned it. It had a fan base before James mentioned it. It's just me personally, I never knew it before James mentioned it.
Surprisingly, though, they didn't blacklist the scene of the Skeksis peeing out of 3 different pee streams in episode 6.
Ew!
8 minutes and 41 seconds.
Did they really show that?
Really makes you think.
Oh
so,
my gosh.
Artistically, this series is beautiful, and it needs to do well because it's left open for a season 2, and I want a season 2 to get greenlit. I'm not going to do a plot summary of the whole thing like I did in the first review because I don't want this video to be an hour long, and you should watch it for yourself. I'm not just going to do everything for you. I'm not your mom. But there are some things you should know before you go watching the series. This is kind of spoilery.
Man, I like when people
won't spoil that much.
Give me a little synopsis.
This alien planet is home to these creatures called Gelflings. They can share memories with each other by holding hands. And the girl Gelflings have wings. There's also this other creature called Agura, who's been around since the beginning of the world.
Why she got
She's
boobs?
basically Yoda's sassy grandma. And then out of nowhere, these tree aliens visit. Stay with me here, and they crack this very important crystal, and in doing so, they split into 2 different creatures.
Oh, wow.
Their goodness becomes this thing called
2 different
mystic,
creatures.
who are dumb, and their bad side become these cool bird monsters called Skeksis, and then the Skeksis took over the entire world, so whoops.
So the bad side took over the good side?
In the original movie, and it's not explained in the series until episode 7, but I think that the tree alien backstory should have started the series, which is why I just spoiled it for you. The original 90-minute film already had so much lore, and this new Netflix reboot just added even more lore? There's even a character named Lore? How much lore is there?
That may be a little bit of an overload on lore because I personally don't follow along very easily when it comes to science fiction. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Star Wars, still can't follow along. I've seen maybe 2 movies. It was clearly the 4th and 5th one, I think. You see, I don't remember. I haven't seen Star Trek either. The most science fiction I can keep up with is like Marvel, superheroes, and DC. But even then, that's like really simple. Like little kids watch that. And I know little kids watch Star Wars as well. It's just like, goodness gracious. All that lore, bro? Relax. Some people don't read books. Man, y'all must think Prince Charming is so dumb. I actually am very intelligent. I'm a very computer tech guy. I'm just not a book literature person. It's just 2 polar opposites in my personal opinion. But hey, I'm not gonna sound too dumb for much longer.
Speaking of names, there are a lot of made-up words in this series,
Flavumera.
and sometimes those made-up words are hard to remember. Within the first minute of Age of Resistance, the narrator tells us that there are 7 clans of Gelflings, but then
7
he names
clans?
3 because there are only 3 important ones that we should care about. I don't even know the names of the other 4 clans, and I'm like a Dark Crystal aficionado. Also, there are like 10 evil bird monsters, all with names like Skekso, Skeksil, Skektek, and Shrek. Granted, most of the time they go by their more common names like Chamberlain or the Emperor, but gosh dang it, I can't even remember some of those names. That's the pussy one, and that's the one that made that weird face in the original.
That other one need to wipe his nose.
That's the one whose voice does not sound like a Skeksis at all.
Now, what vexes you, child?
Another
He sounds
thing
like...
to know is that I thought this series was
I don't know,
pretty
Voldemort?
slow. Maybe it's because I'm impatient or I'm used to watching YouTube videos at 2x speeds exclusively, but do you remember in the original movie how there was a scene where the Skeksis ate dinner for 2 whole minutes and visually it was amazing, but the whole time you're thinking, yeah, I get it.
Really? They ate for 2 minutes?
There are a lot of scenes like that in the series. Let's take the beginning of episode 2, for example. It starts with a character we've never seen
wipe
before.
your mouth.
Waking up.
Oh, wow.
And putting on his shoes.
Y'all be waking up with drool on your...
And making porridge. And then spilling the porridge on his shirt.
Oh my gosh.
Brushing his hair.
Alright. He ain't ready for the day. He ain't ready for the day. That's how I do my hair.
Grabbing his cleaning supplies.
Alright.
And it's just a whole minute of this unnamed character getting ready for his day.
Oh my gosh, so this is something that actually does irk me as well. Whenever shows or movies, they just spend too long on a scene, it loses interest really fast. And I don't know if they do it for emphasis or they do it just to like eat up screen time because like they need, or they just like want to introduce a character in a very slow way so like you have enough time to like really watch them. Or maybe it's the opening credit scene. They want it seen long enough so they can show all the people who contributed to the movie. Whatever it is, I don't like it. I don't want to watch it. Like, if I'm in the movie theater and I have to sit through 2 minutes, do you know how long 2 minutes of watching somebody on screen eat? That's a very long time, guys. So, you know, we live in the minute rise society. We want things instant and we want it quick. We want the scoop. We want the summary. We want the synopsis. We want the abstract. We don't want the whole picture.
And it wouldn't be that bad if this was the only example, but trust me, there are plenty of examples.
Oh no, I hate
I just don't
filler.
want to spoil any of them for you. Turning a 90-minute movie into a 9-hour TV series, you're going to have some filler or some scenes that don't necessarily drive the plot forward. I get that.
What are you watching,
Luckily,
James?
I found this Chrome plugin that lets you watch Netflix at 2x speed, so
it's all good.
making this video has got me thinking about prequels and how tricky they are to do right. In the original movie, there are only 2 Gelflings left in the entire world. So a prequel that sets up a world with 7 different Gelfling clans, we as an audience know that something's gonna happen and it ain't gonna look good for the Gelfling. The series also added this MacGuffin Halo sword looking thing that was supposed to save the world, but the whole time watching that I kept thinking, no. That's not how the world is saved. The world's not saved until 1982. Also,
they're saving the world with a sword?
that
Okay.
we know can't die because they're in the original movie, but boy does this show make you think some OG characters are gonna die. It almost makes me wish that the writers used the 80s Dark Crystal movie as inspiration and rebooted this series in its own separate universe. Movie reviewers tend to focus a lot on the negatives, and I don't want to come off as a hater because I really did enjoy this series, and I want a season 2 to get made, so let's end this video with some of the things I liked about
Alright, let's keep it positive,
I like that we got to
James.
see the Skeksis with more personality because they were always so over-the-top evil. The Hunter Skeksis was just on a whole
Oh, I was like, what is he blurring out?
The other Skeksis never came across as threatening. Like look how slow they walk. I could beat them up. But the Hunter Skeksis, oh man, he was awesome.
Oh, he's
Do you think
cool.
he'll be my friend? I like that
He
the
seems
series
like
didn't
he
tone
got-
down
he
the
got,
darkness, and if
I don't know,
anything,
hair
they
grease in his
amplified
pocket
it,
at all
because
times.
everyone like me should have a deep-seated fear of puppets. There are some great nods to the original Dark Crystal, like when the Emperor Skeksis says, "I will never
These Skeksis probably got,
be dust."
they probably got hot
That's
breath.
the very first thing he does in
You
the
see?
original movie.
Oh.
Celadon is a piece of garbage and does not deserve a redemption arc. The voice acting is amazing. There are a lot of talented people voicing these characters.
Voice acting, and this is gonna be the last time I pause. Voice acting is a very, very huge theme to me, especially since I started watching anime recently. Voice acting can make or break a show. If I'm not feeling the passion in the voice of the characters, like I'm not feeling that raw emotion, it doesn't just have to be like during the emotional scenes, like during happy scenes, during, you know, just normal scenes. Like, you can still compel emotion. You can still make your voice acting worthwhile. Like, voice acting really is a talent. It's not just reading things off of a paper. It's like real acting in real life. You really have to get into the character while you're recording your voice. Just like I'm sure real life screen voice acting people do. Like, they really have to get into their character. They really have to like envision the scene, because you really have to put emotion behind that voice, or else you're gonna lose a lot of audience members.
A YouTuber named Barnaby Dixon, who made these very cool mantis finger puppets, got to work on a scene where the puppets put on a mini puppet show.
Oh, wow.
And that is everything I liked about Dark Crystal
That's
Age
pretty cool.
Resistance. So, in conclusion, if you have 9 hours of free time, download the Video Speed Controller plugin, set that bad boy to 2, and save yourself 4.5 hours.
Oh my goodness!
Do watch Age of Resistance. Also, executives, if you still need someone to play Rayunip,
I don't know if they're gonna hire you.
Good morning, everyone.
Alright, that was it for this video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Man, this man James can make me laugh and make me entertained off of a movie that I've never seen, in a series I've never seen, nor will ever see. Like, I'm not gonna watch this. Now, I just may, because that's the point of this video. You know, you never know what you may like or not like unless you watch it. It's just a little too much lore for me. You know, if I can keep up with Star Wars, Star Trek, all those little itty bitty things, what makes you think I can keep up with this? But hey, you know, I kept up with Game of Thrones in a way, and it is very beautifully, creatively done. It's made out of puppets. That's crazy. Like, you actually have to create that physically. You don't draw that. It's not CGI. It's not like it's computer work. You actually have to like build that, and people wear it or like people control it. So that's crazy. This Dark Crystal, whatever series, movie, it earns respect in my book. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter at Prince Hawkham, Instagram as well, Prince Hawkham. Also subscribe to the second channel. We get lit on that channel, so make sure you drop a like for your boy. Give me some support. But that was it for this video, guys. My name is Prince Hawkham. Stay charming, my friends.